Hey guys, I'm Michael with Eight Roads Ventures, global venture capital firm focused on investing in scale-ups. I'm part of our London team focused on European investments, and then we have teams in India, Japan, China, and the US. Lucas is gearing up from Lefebvre, so maybe I'll just give briefly a background. Um, we first invested in Fourche about 2 years ago. We love the food and grocery space. It's big, it's ubiquitous, and there's a lot of interesting innovation happening. We don't really love the capital intensity of most business models, um, and the fact that most businesses are really just distribution businesses, and the differentiation for consumers is depending on who gives out the most discounts. And so we were very excited to meet the team from Laforge because they actually combine a winning model for both consumers and the company itself, while being founded on a very strong sustainability foundation. So I'm gonna hand this over to you, Lucas.
Yes.
Walk us through maybe a couple of slides and tell people what Laforge does, and then we can go through a few questions.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. I'm Lucas. I'm the co-founder of Fourche. And at Fourche, we are on a mission to democratize sustainable consumption in Europe. We truly believe in sustainable consumption. We believe that every purchase you make is a vote. And we believe that consumers can really, push for the agricultural transition and for a better world, a more ethical, more sustainable, and more resilient world by encouraging and by buying from the producers that are, that have a positive contribution on the environment and on health. Producers that are organic, producers that source locally, producers that reduce waste, and producers that pay decent wages to farmers. Everybody wants to eat better. People want to feed their kids with healthier and tastier food. People want to do their bit for the environment, but most of the people, they can't because it's just too expensive. They don't have access to those products, those sustainable and organic products. And at the same time, retailers increase their margins on those products. A normal supermarket will accept a very low margin on a Coca-Cola, but it will increase its margins on its line of organic products because they know that conscious consumers will pay a premium with money, will pay a premium for those products, leaving all the rest to unsustainable alternatives. So at Fourche, we fight to allow everyone to afford those products. And how do we do that? Well, the model is based on a membership, it's a subscription model basically. So our customers pay €6 up front and get access to our catalog. We deliver nationwide in France. It gives them access to a 20 to 25% discount compared to the retail price. On average, they save between 300 and 400 euros a month by doing their shopping at Fourche. And the second element is that we have a curated and reduced assortment. So basically, we lift the burden out of their mind to do the difficult trade-off between this or this organic product or sustainable product. We do the choice for them. It gives them a lot of trust, and we leverage this trust by creating a private label. And we also focus on products that are easy to deliver, large size, shelf-stable, and household products. Well, all of this model of subscription with a reduced assortment gives us a lot of advantages. The subscription gives a lot of customer stickiness and loyalty, obviously. So it decreases our cost of acquisition and our retention costs. The fact that we have a reduced assortment, it gives us commercial leverage with the brand we work with because we offer them a large market share on our shelf. So we buy better. And we focus on a shopping mission, the stock up. So it's a monthly shopping mission, which is well adapted to a delivery business because it's highly predictable. It's a monthly shopping occasion. It has high AOV, and it has less SLA's constraints than some of our competitors, as the Quick Trip or the Top Up. I mean, people don't need to get their stock up delivered in 10 minutes or even the same day. So it's, well, all of this make it easy for us to scale efficiently and to reach scalability and to reach profitability, sorry. And at the same time, well, we have another advantage, is that we target mass market families. Those are our customers. 80% of them live outside of the top 10 French cities. So it's really a suburban, out of the city center target. Their average monthly income is 3,000 euros, which is not that much. It's really the average family, and they represent basically 60% of French households. The subscription model gives us the time to, to create a relationship with them. The time to create this relationship based on trust, based on proximity, and based on transparency. And in return, they love us. We have a 66 NPS, 4.8 Trustpilot score, and they also do trust our brand. I mean, 30% market share on our own products, while it only represents 5% of the assortment. Well, the model is working. We have a strong and profitable growth. We went from 9,000 members to 70,000 members in 3 years, sent 320,000 orders in 2022, and we're also best in class in retention. I mean, the usual retention for e-grocery, the year 1 retention is 30%, meal kits is 20%. At Fourche, we have a 65 retention after a year. The year 2 and the year 3 retention is also very high, above 70%. Well, let's talk a little bit about ESG, because that's why we are here. We truly have a systemic approach on ESG. I'm going to take only 4 examples. The first one is a focus on our private label brand. It's the first European brand that is co-created with the customers based on price and environmental impact. So what does it mean? Basically, for each one of the 180 products that we created, we launched a questionnaire. So we are asking our members to answer questions about the main features of the products. The origin, the composition, the type of agriculture, is it traditional or a bit more industrialized? The type of packaging, etc., etc. So they vote, and for each one of their votes, they see live on the website the price varying, but also the carbon footprint. And we really believe that, well, people are smart. When you give them full transparency and you explain to them what are the consequences of their choices, well, they do opt for the better option, taking into account, obviously, their wallet, but also their environmental impact. We have 2,000 people answering on average to those questionnaires, so it's a pretty big success, and we launch 180 products. Another focus, another example on transparency. I don't know if you heard about that. It's the EcoScore logo. It's the first environmental footprint indicator that was launched in Europe. We created it with 10 other companies and NGOs. And we were the first one to display it on our website, on our product label. It's based on the life cycle analysis. So it takes into account the whole production chain and basically the pollution that is generated by a product from production, taking into account processing, packaging, transportation, everything. So it's a scale from A to E or 0 to 100. It's a huge success. We already have 4 out of 5 products on the market in France that are scored by this label. 4 million people in France have already checked an EcoScore. 1 out of 3 of them have changed their mind knowing an EcoScore for products. So they have not bought a product or opt for another product with a better EcoScore. It's an open source methodology, so it's open to everyone. And it's already been implemented online by Colruyt in Belgium, by Lidl in Germany, by Carrefour and Intermarché in France. Another example We launched a food waste and an anti-waste offer. So basically, products that were going to be thrown away because they are too close from the best before dates. We discount them at 70%. We have already saved 200,000 products, and it accounts for 5% of our sales nowadays. Last example, focus on social inclusion. As I was saying, we truly want to democratize sustainable consumption. So for every paid membership we have on the website, we sponsor a free membership for someone who cannot afford it. And that's the last one. There's many other initiatives that we are going to push, but that was the 4 example. Thank you.
Very helpful. Thank you, Lucas. Maybe one question. There is a value proposition around sustainability, but also around affordability, which makes this compelling, but I also wonder to what extent there is a priority and whether it sometimes creates conflicts as well.
30 seconds, please.
Okay, there's always a tension between affordability and sustainability. I can give you 2 examples. The origin of the product. I mean, it's always a question that we ask ourselves for the catalog. One example is honey. People wanted to have French honey on the catalog, but French honey is like 4 times more expensive than honey from Eastern Europe. So basically, in those cases, we try to have both and be super transparent on why we chose this one and the difference of, well, environmental impact because of the transportation. So
we will have to leave it at the honey, I'm afraid.
Yeah, sure.
But thank you so much for your time, guys, Michael and Nathan. Please give them a round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.